So, hi Bobby, good to see you.
How are we doing, guy?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, and you? How's things settling in under the new boss?
Yeah, all good. We've been here. Been back about 2 weeks now. The players don't like it, but there's been plenty of running, loads of miles on the legs. We've had a lot of volume, not so much as intensity has been a little bit lower, where we're just trying to get them back up to a good aerobic fitness, and then we'll obviously start catering it down and ramp the intensity up within the last 2 weeks, ready for August 10th, of course. It's gone really well. We went through a full battery of fitness testing. We've obviously done loads of running. We took them down to Fairlight one Saturday, and put them through up hills, down stinging nettles. They've probably got a few funny stories to tell you about them. But yeah, it's going really well. I'm just ready to crack on with the games, ready for August 10th.
Yeah, it must be interesting. I think I said this to Danny when we were up at or over at New Haven, that semi-pro non-league players keep themselves in better nick these days, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
So they came back in fairly good shape, I would imagine.
To be fair, yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with a fair few. That you sometimes think maybe will people do it, will they won't, but a lot of them come back in really good nick. In the run you can see like it's almost like they've not been away, but the rest has done them really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost the whole squad, which is good. Obviously, barring a few injuries, you can't do much about those. But everyone else is really good. I've been really happy with the buy-in they've given as well. So a lot of the time, no one wants to run, but they all don't want to run. However, they know they've got to get it done.
Yes.
So the buy-in's been brilliant as well.
Yes, it must be quite interesting coming back at this time of year as well, because what we saw at New Haven, and I guess what will be the same tonight and tomorrow at Westfield, is quite a lot of trialists with the lads. You said there was a really positive atmosphere when I saw you over there. Must be really interesting having that mix of regulars, if you like, and trialists, and how they interact with each other.
Yes, everyone's human. We all know how to speak to each other, which is obviously a big bonus. A lot of our trialists are good lads. Have come in from different backgrounds. Some people further, some people closer to here. But they've come in with a great attitude, all just cracked on. We have had quite a few, but obviously it's pre-season. You're going to have a look at different options, what we've got. Like what we've said before, we've already got a really strong squad. So it's now just obviously narrowing it down. You don't need many signings, and that's obviously up to Danny's discretion anyway.
Yeah, I was hoping to catch up with Danny about that side of things tomorrow. Training, quite difficult. Still got the issue with facilities, haven't we? So the lads doing some work as a group and some work on their own?
So we've been training every Tuesday, Thursday is training, and then we've had weekend sessions as well. Like I said, we went up to Fairlight on a Saturday. Facilities doesn't help. We've had a Clavering Community College, which we've been using at the minute. They're having their 3G relayed, should I say, and that's then going to be a bit of a problem with training, but we're obviously working day to day on that. Players do their own bits like at home and stuff, so obviously didn't have a facility on Sunday where we planned to train, so instead we had all the lads go out, complete a 10-kilometre run. They all sent all their times over to me as such, which of course still means they're getting their work done on their own because we didn't have anywhere to train. So it's still really positive. Yeah,
and from your point of view, you're getting quite experienced at this now. We talked a lot about the way you worked last time we spoke. Anything you've learnt from, obviously you did a full season last season, anything you've learnt that you're bringing into this pre-season at all?
To be honest, this pre-season's been one where we've just said, look, players need to run, they need to get fit. A lot of it, so we've got the full fitness testing results. I'll now do individualised player programmes like we spoke about last time. These ones will cater towards the use of the gym we have up there, and they'll also cater towards reducing risk of injury. So players like Harry Howes will do loads of knee proprioception work to work on the strength around his knees. We'll have so it's probably the same with Sam Crackwell at the minute. He'll be coming back. Any people who suffer with bad ankles, I have them doing ankle proprioception, any sort of mobility that's put into there, and then they'll have the power work as well. So it's like, instead of just one catered gym session for everyone will be doing their own bits, and then I can pop around, spend some time with one person, go through a couple bits, and it just makes it a bit more individualised and specific to the person's needs, which helps a little bit more.
Yeah, and I know that Danny himself has said that it's all about August the 10th really, and the work is just being done with that in mind. This time of year you're going to get knocks, going to get injuries, got players coming back who are still injured. You talked about Harry and Sam there. Harry's one of the successes, isn't he? He's come back from an ACL.
Yeah, he's back.
And he's going out on loan at Uckfield.
Correct.
So that's a real success story, isn't it? You've worked quite hard with him.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming. He did it last August. And they said it was hanging on by a thread, and they said you have to wait ages for an operation. So we said no, let's do this slowly, and let's get you back without. And he's obviously back playing now, which is really positive. But I can't fault his work rate. He was brilliant. Like, messaged me like at least once every 2 days with, I've done this, I've done that. What can I do more? What should I do now? And stuff like that. And he was brilliant. So, like I said, the buy-in, the professionalism of players is brilliant.
Yeah, and knees is a bit of a thing with us, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it
We've
is.
got, obviously, poor old Tom Chalmers. We spoke about him briefly beforehand. Obviously, still awaiting his next operation, as far as we know.
Yeah, that's literally always the same.
Yeah, so there's not much more we can say about that, which is, I know, as I said to you when we were chatting before we started recording, people, obviously a lot of affection for Tom. So,
yeah, definitely.
You know, our thoughts, you know, go out to you, mate, and you know, we're all with you on that.
Definitely.
And Sam Crutwell, he's out at the moment, tweaked his knee.
Yeah, so he's got a bit of bruising at the back of his knee, like the bottom of his hamstring. It was what he did last year towards the end, so probably about March time when he wasn't playing after injuring himself. He'd done a bit of work during the off-season, that come back, and we were training. He went, oh, it's really hurting everything. I've had a look, couldn't see anything, but the next day we had bruising. Now, all we got to do is wait for the scan results, see what we can do, and then, but he's still been doing bits with me. Last Thursday I had him, and we were doing some knee strengthening, we did some running, and everything, like you said, running's absolutely fine. It's turning corners, little shorter, sharper stuff that he's really struggling with at the minute. But like I say, we'll wait to see if we can get a scan on it and get the ball rolling there with that one.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously people pick up knocks and the general wear and tear of pre-season, getting back into it, I guess. Yeah. I noticed Adam came down pretty heavily on his hip, didn't he?
Yeah, he
New
did.
Haven on a hard old pitch, that, and that was quite a fair old bang. Is he
did
okay
text me
from
the
that?
next morning, he was struggling, but yeah, he's okay.
Yeah.
He got out, done a bit of work with Dav on Sunday, so they're all good. It was probably just a little bit of a bruise.
Yeah, and I expect they're all probably looking forward to playing on grass this evening.
I bet they can't wait. Favisham's a 3G as well.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah, they
wow,
converted a year ago or so.
Doesn't time move fast?
Since we won
wow.
The league there, they've had theirs upgraded, yeah.
Okay.
So that's 3G. I'm not sure what Stenning is. That's this Saturday coming, isn't it?
Stenning has got pictures of grass on the website, but that's now 3G as well.
There we go.
So that just shows with these things. Yeah, incredible how teams are converting to those surfaces. Yeah, I didn't even know that Faversham had converted. I suppose it's a massive commercial decision for them, isn't it?
Definitely, 100%.
And that must have an impact. And Lancing will be 3G as well, won't it? So it must be quite tough on the players to do pre-season on those surfaces.
Obviously, you'd prefer to play on grass. All weather pitches are helpful in terrible weather, but they'd all prefer to play on grass. Even like we've got players like even Ads, sometimes Dunhull. We have players that struggle because they play on it. It's just the impact. We can't do much more about it other than treat it properly, like take players up if they need it and stuff like that. So it's working around what we can and what we can't do. Yeah. With regards to the 3G pitch, yeah. Yeah, and the matches for the next few games will follow the same sort of pattern, a mixture of trialists and regulars, for want of a better word, and big changes during the game you'd expect to see? Yes, yeah. So we'll slowly, after today, we'll start to ramp up the minutes for players. Danny will then obviously do what he does and get a feel for who his best side is, who he wants in and around it. But in terms of the physical point of view, we'll start to ramp up the minutes after this game, which will then go up and up and up, and then we'll try and taper off the last week. Obviously, it's a bit of a touch. Our last game's the Saturday the 3rd, which means we've got a whole week until our first game, which will help a lot, because some people having a game on that Tuesday just wouldn't help at all. Yeah, and there's no enormous changes to the squad, it's fair to say, without sort of preempting anything Danny might say, but we know there's likely to be players coming in. Interesting for you working with a team or a squad even, and tapering your fitness plans to those players that carry on with the journey, if you like. That's it. It's almost like I can't send them out now. I don't know who's going to be with us, who's not, but as soon as we get like players I know they're signed on, then we can start cracking on the physical side, because the physical side will help some people who really want to push on, who haven't had that before. As soon as they get that, then obviously that will help them on the pitch as well as in the gym. Yeah, exciting, isn't it? And always nice this period, as you're starting to build towards it. Quite exciting times. And of course the fixtures come out on Thursday. It's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. That'd be good. Hopefully a home one to start off with. That'd be lovely. but we'll see. We've got to play them all anyway, haven't we? So.
Yeah, too right. Yeah, whether we like it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, well, it's brilliant to see you. Thank you for that little chat, spending a bit of time with us. I think people do appreciate knowing what's going on around the place, and obviously it gives, I mean, your position gives us a nice little window into how the players are feeling generally, as well, doesn't it? So it's nice to know that. So obviously you're off to Faversham. I think we'll see a younger team at Westfield tomorrow.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be quite interesting as well. And then Stenning on Saturday, and they start to come, you know, reasonably thick and fast, don't they?
Yeah. Good stuff. It's good to be back.
Yeah, I do enjoy that. I do enjoy that. I love that fixture over at Eastbourne as well. I love that little ground there.
Yeah.
And fingers crossed, we've been blessed with good weather the last couple of times we've been there.
Yeah, we have actually. It's always been a nice sunny day over there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And yeah, so we'll look forward to that, and on we go. So yeah, let you go. Thanks for chatting again.
Thanks for having me.
Really interesting to catch up, and if it's okay with you, we'll do the same again in a short while, because it's great to have that little view on what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, 100%.
Brilliant. Thanks so much.
No worries, thank you.
Cheers, Bobby.